Investigating the map for today's ride reveals several dairy bars in cities. They don't call them ice cream shops in central Kentucky. We might need these for energy today with the second most feet of climbing of the entire journey, which is surprising given that our highest elevation will only be 1,542 feet. The route is full of hairpins and reminds me of Nordschleife racetrack maps. We will ride along the middle and north forks of the Kentucky River. Buckhorn and Hazard are the significant towns we will pass through before arriving in Hindman. Good morning. It's 5:48 a.m. on Thursday, July 11, day 57. And I am departing a foggy and dark Booneville, Kentucky, en route to Hindman, Kentucky. This was a day, even in my early planning, on my spreadsheet that I circled in my mind, because there is a whole lot of climbing today. And I wanted to get an early start, get as much of it done before it gets too hot in the afternoon, and see if I make it. Well, sadly, Eastern Kentucky struck again. Last night, I had gone to bed. I hadn't fallen asleep yet, and Paul said, "Dave, somebody just stole my cycling kit." So he had his bottoms and his top and his socks and cycling shoes out in the sun to dry. Thankfully for me, I had mine inside hanging up, and he went out there to retrieve it before he went to bed, and it was gone, all of it. The most difficult thing is cycling shoes, because Paul is riding with what's called clipless pedals. You're like, oh, that sounds good. Shoes that don't have clips in them. Oh, but you'd be mistaken. The geniuses who invented bike hardware thought that a good way of describing shoes that have clips in them and pedals that those shoes clip into should be called clipless. So Paul's shoes have clips in them, and he has that, and he has a pair of flip-flops. So Paul has to ride in flip-flops on his pedals with clips in them until he can get a pair of shoes with clips in them. Highly unfortunate. He said, he has another jersey. That is, he's not as worried about. But we always end the day with a sweaty, wet, jersey and bottom because of the sweat. But yesterday they were particularly wet because we were riding in the rain. So that's unfortunate. Our host Heather at the church assured us that yes, the rumors are true of Far East Kentucky. These upcoming 2 days, Booneville to Hindman and Hindman to Elkhorn City, will be by far the ones with the most loose dog encounters. And she said, yeah, it's bad owners who don't chain up or fence in their dogs, and even sick their dogs on traveling cyclists, which we have heard firsthand reports of. And she said it's unfortunate because it ruins a lot of cyclists' impressions of the entire state. These, easternmost 120 miles or so of Kentucky on the Transamerica Trail. But I've had a great time in Kentucky so far, and hopefully I'm going into this with eyes wide open. I have my horn and pepper spray. She recommended something new, wasp spray, because wasp spray can shoot farther than pepper spray, and so you can control the dogs at a greater distance. That was her recommendation. Almost every single day this summer I have seen deer, usually in the morning. It's rare that a day goes by without me seeing a deer. And yesterday was one of those days. I just saw a deer and realized I didn't see one yesterday. That's a great thing about getting an early start. More wildlife is out. You go to a Baptist church? Oh, is it a Southern Baptist church? Is it a Bible Baptist church? No, it's just a regular Baptist church. One of the most unique churches you'll see in America. Look at this. I'm in Buckhorn, Kentucky. I stopped at this convenience store for a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, which I'm enjoying here. I'm next to that beautiful log church and in this great little pavilion. There are a lot of counties in Kentucky. We cross county lines frequently. And the one we stayed in last night, Owsley County, O-W-S-L-E-Y. Our host said it was the poorest in the state. And they have an issue with opioid addiction. And so possibly the person who stole Paul's equipment. It seems like it'd be a really difficult thing to try to sell, but it might have been to get his or her next drug fix, which is sad. I just saw an old sign that was on somebody's house. Don't know why. Didn't look like it was a shop or anything, just a residence. For Diet Right, R-I-T-E. Do they make that anymore? Did that like predate Diet Coke? I remember the commercials and their jingle. Diet Right, and it won't do you wrong. Or something like that. Diet Right, that's something I have not thought of in 20 years. Okay, the dogs are out in several directions. In front of me, behind me, a car's coming. That's usually good. They provide a buffer. And I know there's one in hiding over here. Hold this out in case I need it. All right, in the clear. Safety back on. All right, rocking some 12% grade. Ah! This one needs just a little work. Just an oil change. Change the transmission fluid. A little air in the tires and it'll be good to go. Hey there, little guy. You scared? You scared, little guy? Huh? All right. There you go, buddy. Not on the road anymore. Listen to the sounds of nature. All right, those two are chained up. The third one's chained up. Ahead, there's some sort of fenced-in kennel. Whoa. Hope those chains hold. Thankfully, they were all chained up. That would have been the end of my legs. Would have been getting rabies shots for the rest of my life. Oh, I'm at a high enough elevation that pine trees are the dominant tree here, and it smells like it. I love that smell. Oh, I'm on a killer. I feel like the bike is gonna tip over backwards. This is crazy. 14.6, 15.2, 16.6, 17.6, 18.0, 18.1, 18.2, 18.4, 18.5, 18.8, 18.0, 17.5, 17. Okay, there's a new high. 18.8. It didn't last long. Granted, I'm still going 15.8 right now. Oh my, I saw that hill. I thought, I gotta start recording. This one's gonna be a killer. 15.6 still. 16.1. Ah, wow. What sadist created this road? The above ground pool doesn't look too healthy. Looking a little green. Right on the shoulder, they said. The shoulder's for bicycles, the road's for cars. Combs, Kentucky was named after Sean Puff Daddy P. Diddy Combs after he headquartered his hip-hop media empire here. David, quit lying to your listeners. Scratch that. It was named after Abijah Benjamin Combs, who served as county sheriff in the early 20th century. Even though it's perfectly dry today, I still don't feel fully confident keeping my hands off the brakes on those descents because they're so windy with hairpins and dark with the trees all around, so visibility up ahead is limited. So I can't let it loose and set new speed records. Been riding my brakes a lot today on the descents, and I think as a result my brakes are getting a little loose. When I stop today, I'm going to tighten those cables, give me a little bit more tension. Hopefully that'll be the last time I need to do that this summer, and that tension will last me to Yorktown. As I'm finishing this last climb, you're probably wondering how the dog's been today. Well, much more dogs today were chained up or fenced in than loose. That surprised me. And then the loose dogs, I probably had 4 chases where the dog came into the road. And I've been trying the strategy of stopping. And that works. The dog certainly loses interest, doesn't seem aggressive anymore. But then the thing is, it just stays there on the road next to me. And when I get on my bike and try to ride off, it starts chasing me again. And so I do that dance for a while, stopping, starting, stopping, starting. And eventually I get enough distance from the dog, or maybe I'm out of its territory enough that I continue. So that's what I've been doing, and I've been safe. I've pulled out the pepper spray on a number of occasions, but haven't done any spraying yet. And maybe I could get past those dogs quicker without stopping by just spraying, but if there's a less painful solution for the dog, I'll try that route. Really? You named your road that? Wow. Oh, is this the descent? Is this the descent? I'm more excited about the cool temperatures the wind is bringing to me than necessarily not having to climb in first gear anymore. It just feels so nice. Going through my jersey and onto my skin. There you go. Just look at the vine cover of these trees. Wow! I was not expecting to see that in Kentucky. Nasty honk from a pickup truck driver. Surprise, surprise. In Kentucky. There's been very little of that. I was expecting a lot more based on the stories I heard from westbounders about the lack of consideration, shall I put it, from drivers in Kentucky. I am in Fisty, Kentucky. I kid you not, Fisty, F-I-S-T-Y. And I just passed a junkyard. There was a junkyard dog barking. And thought I'd get a story out of having to run away from a true junkyard dog. But he didn't give me chase. And now I'm exiting Fisty. I counted 6 peaks on the elevation profile today, and I've completed 5 of them. It looks like the peak of the next one is 2.1 miles away. Then after that point, I'll have a downhill and then a gentle climb for the rest of the way into Hindman, but nothing like any of those 6 peaks. Our accommodation tonight is the Baptist Church in Hindman. They've been hosting cyclists for a long time and have a great hospitable reputation. So I've been looking forward to this day. Just outside Hindman, there's a bridge that's closed for repairs. It said road closed, and I know there's a detour. It might add a mile or 2 for me. We'll see if a bicycle can slip around any road closed signs and cross this bridge. Save me some cycling. If there's no work crew, I'm definitely chancing it. Approaching the detour sign. Oh, I'm definitely going over this. Yes, I am. Slip on by. Slip on by. Oh, riding on smooth pavement. And I have crossed to the other side. Piece of cake. Hey. You done chasing me? You done chasing me? Huh? You gonna let me go? All right. Hindman, Kentucky suffered bad luck with its school. An 80-year-old resident raised money and gifted his own land in 1902 to build a schoolhouse. It burned down and was reconstructed 3 times in the first 10 years. Whoa, you can learn how to make dulcimers in Hindman, Kentucky. Welcome to the First Baptist Church in Hindman. This is their student ministries area that they let cyclists stay in. this cool youth room with an arcade cabinet set up, stage with full band, and then here's the sleeping area. I might take those cushions and use those to make a bed. And then our bathroom is back here in the corner with a shower stall. Ooh, how nice. I already took a shower there. And bonus, washer and a dryer. Got my clothes in there. There's our church, beautiful building. And right across the street is a pizza place. David, what did you bring back to the church? I brought back a 44-ounce fountain drink and a large sausage pizza. All right. Let's do the daily recap from Hindman, Kentucky. Today's scenery was a 5, and today's difficulty was a 7. I was expecting today to be like in the 8 or 9 range, but I managed. And then my overall feeling of positivity because of that is up at a 10, because I think I outperformed what I thought I would do today, and no other day remaining has as much feet of climbing as what I did today, so that's a good thing.